Hello, everybody, and welcome back to It's Reading Comics. This week's episode 143. We've got Seven Secrets, Volume 3. It's glad to have everybody back. Tell your friends, your family, anyone who wants to listen to It's Read Comics. You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and you can listen to us anywhere you get your podcasts. And as always, let's get into it.
And welcome to the Best Damn Book Club on the internet. My name's Ryan Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. And today we're reading Seven Secrets, Volume 3.
Whoo.
Apparently the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Did not see that coming. But yeah.
It
Definitely.
I think that's it.
I think it ended.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of left it open, but I don't know. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
First, I almost cracked and read Invincible the other day.
I have come so close so many times.
I'm just like, oh, you know how hard it is? It's one of the better comics of this generation.
Yeah.
And it's just sitting on my bookshelf.
Yeah. I feel you, man.
It's just like, what are we doing here?
I made the comment to you yesterday, wandering around the bookstore. It's like, it's hard to want to continue reading some stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know one day we will come back to it.
And read it for the show.
And read it for the show. And it's like, yeah, that's fine if you read one volume ahead.
Yeah.
But Invincible is one of those. It's like, if I got started reading,
Mm.
I may try to finish the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, I'll read the two.
I'll read until something else comes up and I accidentally forget about it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we'll come back to read one day. It's like volume 4.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah, volume 4 would be our next one. And be like, oh, I may have read through volume 12.
Yeah.
And not screw it up, but at the same time, I'd have to sit there and go,
has this happened yet? Has this happened
yeah,
yet?
shut my mouth, keep my mouth.
And then you also like, then you become that part where it's like, why isn't the show exactly like the comic book? Like, what's going on?
And that's another thing is like, I want to watch, like we've talked about
I
here.
like
We think we have come to a consensus between the two of us that you watch the videos first.
Yeah.
Or
movie,
television,
show,
movie, whatever, and then go back and read the comic, because the book,
the
comic and books will always be better than the show,
unless it's what's that spy movie? What's that spy movie?
Kingsman.
Unless it's Kingsman.
Unless it's Kingsman, and maybe even The Boys.
Yeah,
comic was better, but either way, there's a select few. But if you base it solely off of a comic or a book, and then you go watch the show, going, well, this should be happening, and why didn't that happen?
Yeah.
It seems like
that seemed pretty important to me. Why didn't we cut it out?
Like,
the first time I watched
I feel like the show being cut up, then the book giving you more detail, is fine.
The first time I watched the first Harry Potter after reading the first book, I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, they cut out so much stuff.
I know.
And then it gets progressively worse as the movies go. Like, there's parts of the movies that completely contradict the books.
Really?
No big plot line.
Yeah.
Some characters, like the twins aren't the same. The Indian twins aren't both in Gryffindor.
Okay.
One's in Gryffindor, one's in Ravenclaw. In the book, Ron is
Hogwarts
so much
Legacy
more.
Just came out.
Yeah.
To
us.
For us.
It's been out a month and a half by the time y'all hear this.
We did the thing where we went on the Harry Potter website and took the sorting quiz so it would get sorted that way in the game.
Yep.
We're both Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuffs. Knew neither one of us could be Ravenclaw. I mean,
always thought I wanted to be Ravenclaw.
Yeah, but
didn't want to be a basic Gryffindor.
Well, yeah, because that seems like the type like everybody wants to be Gryffindor.
Yeah. Maybe Slytherin. I don't know.
And Slytherin would have been cool. But I'm fine with Hufflepuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's either going to be Slytherin or Hufflepuff, because I'm definitely not a fucking hero.
We just need to do better branding, because we have a badass badger, honey badger.
Yeah,
as our logo.
It's a honey badger.
I think it's just
the Friar is
we
our
have the
is
wrong
our
color
ghost.
Yellow as our thing.
The yellow is wrong. It's like mustard yellow. It's not.
It needs to be like.
It's not. Well, it's kind of like a mustard gold.
It needs to be Steelers black and yellow. Is what it
like hard yellow,
and lean way more into the black.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got the Fat Friar as our ghost. It's book related.
Yeah.
Now I haven't played the game, but all the videos I saw
I played
before
about
the game
20 minutes of it.
May arguably have the best common room.
For sure.
It literally looks like it's in a cellar, like in
Yeah.
a
it
not a
is.
cellar, but
It's a wine
a
cellar.
wine cellar. Yeah, I guess it is a cellar.
Yeah.
Which is
We
really
look like
fucking
we're
cool.
in a bar. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And all it means is that we're fiercely loyal. So fuck off.
I mean, that does fit both of
Yeah.
us to a T.
So,
Wait, no, I thought Gryffindor's fiercely. No, they're fiercely brave.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you also got a Chow dog.
Yeah. I still don't know what that. It didn't offer any explanation.
And I got a
Ragged cat.
ragdoll cat,
Yeah.
which it gave a description of what it meant, and
And then I got
really-
a 13-inch spruce, slightly bendy one or something.
damn, I don't remember. I know I was 12 and a half. We both got Dragon Heartstring
Yes. That
as
was
the
one.
core. But I don't remember. Mine was slightly bendy, flexible.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was weird. But yeah, the biggest thing was Dragon Heartstring 12 and a half. What was that? Well, I'm not going to try to look it up. I was going to try to get to my page, but
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess I'm full on Team Hufflepuff now.
Team Hufflepuff, yeah. No,
I saw
like the
some-
second I got sorted in,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, full Hufflepuff.
I was like,
I was like, deal.
I'm just not excited about it, but I'll ride for the
But
team.
fuck it, ride or dies now.
We
Now in
just
the
need-
books,
we just need cooler merch. Like,
because like in the books,
I just need a black T-shirt with a badger on it. And
yeah.
like, fuck
Now
yeah.
I remember when it sorted, it tells you like the most popular people ever was in there.
Yeah.
Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
Tonks, the one that can shapeshift. She's got purple
Yeah.
hair in the movie, and the one that dies in Goblet of Fire. The boy.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe I can't remember his name. I'm even listening to the book recently.
I don't know.
Either way,
I thought he was from a different school though.
no, remember 2 Hogwarts go.
Yeah,
and that's
him
the whole
Harry.
point. Harry
Oh,
gets
yeah.
the one fake Mad Eye. It's the guy that's playing Mad Eye.
Yeah.
He puts Harry's name in the Goblet of
Yeah.
Fire as another school,
Yeah.
which makes his name get pulled, which is why 4 names can be pulled.
Okay.
Is they put him in as a completely different school with only his name, so his name has to be pulled. It was a weird loophole that
I
you
gotcha.
would think the Goblet could have prevented, but either way.
Whoever programmed that goblet, I don't know.
Uh,
Yeah, we just need cooler merch. Focus less on the yellow, black with hints of yellow.
with the badger.
Yeah.
More
Focus
focus
on the badger.
More badger, honestly.
Um,
I did see that in the game, like day 1, it was like 30% more people pick Slytherin over any other one.
yeah, because people
was
think it's like GTA and they'll go
Yeah,
and murder everybody.
And then I saw the videos. I was like, okay, that makes more sense. You can't just
Yeah.
walk to the Great Hall and just
Yeah. No.
Avada Kedavra everybody out.
But yeah, we were in the card shop last night. They had Gryffindor sleeves. I was like, "Fuck, where's the Hufflepuff?" I put it on a fucking Pokemon deck.
Yeah. Was that just for,
It's
or was it just for card? Like,
they have what they call standard size and Japanese size.
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh, it's Japanese size. It's smaller than Pokemon and Magic,
Oh, okay.
so they have
For
different.
some reason, I
size.
thought it would have been reversed. Japanese would have been bigger. I don't know why, but just in my head, it was the other way around.
You really cannot tell a difference unless you
Unless you
hold
like
it-
hold them
And
together.
then when you like literally put them together, you're like, oh fuck, that is a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because if you ever try to read a Yu-Gi-Oh card, you better have glasses on.
No, I remember when I was younger, like
Yeah.
the amount of text.
The amount of text they put in those cards,
Yeah.
and they're smaller than the.
It was
standard.
like 8, like a literal paragraph of like what this card will do, and you're just like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'll forget all that in 5 seconds.
But yeah, no, Team Hufflepuff all the way. As I wear a wielded steel hoodie that says "Choking on the Blood." I guess that's the name of their EP or whatever. But yeah,
You did have talking about Asian culture, or not culture, but you're talking about how China or
Japan.
somebody censors blood.
Oh, if you've never seen how China censors anime blood, just Google it. It's fucking funny.
Now,
They,
actually, I think we may have talked about this off camera. It's just black, right? Or
No, it's white.
white.
Yeah.
Oh, so it looks like just
So
their
if
own faces.
someone's people are covered in blood,
White.
they're covered in cum.
That's an interesting color. Why not go
I don't know, and how you don't like immediately
like the
catch it.
second they do it to the first person that's slit and blood
Yeah.
pops in the face and the first person and go,
That's worse.
let's change that.
That's worse.
That's worse. Let's change that.
Because they're one of my favorite scenes in One Piece ever is Zoro just taking one for the team. It's after Thriller Bark, one of the warlords pops up and is like, "I've been sent to take y'all out," and Straw Hat Luffy specifically. Luffy is down. He's like passed out because of how tough the fight was, and Zoro goes. He's also been through a hell of a fight. He's like, "No, leave everybody alone. Just take me." And he's like, "I will give you the pain that he has already suffered, and the rest of you can go." And so puts Zoro through this, like, he has like this energy ball, and in it, if you like get in it, it hurts and shit.
Jeez.
And so he gets in it, and then Sanji was trying to sacrifice himself, but Zoro knocked him out. So Sanji wakes up, finds Zoro like 100 feet away in the woods, and he's just standing there with his arms crossed, and he's like, "What happened?" And he's covered in blood. He's like, "Nothing happened." And so it's that scene,
but he's
covered
white.
in white. And then Sanji's like, "What happened?" He's like, "Nothing happened."
Yes, he's completely fucking white.
Covered in yeah.
Holy mother. Yeah, that definitely, if somebody in America did that, the first board meeting or first viewing,
Yeah.
everybody went, no.
Yeah, no.
The second blood went flying, it'd be like, no.
Oh, but yeah, no, it's fucking funny. I think I sent it to you on
Yeah,
Reels too.
Yeah.
Just took one of the most badass scenes and
It's just made it
One
like
Piece and made it
100% funny.
legit hilarious. But we're here talking about 7 Secrets.
Woohoo!
I hope they do make a hardcover deluxe version of this.
I'll get this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty small. Right, maybe
It's 3
18,
volumes.
18 times the 20, and then they'll dump a bunch of
Cover. I mean, it's 3 volumes. That's the
that's
standard
3 volume. Yeah,
hardcover
that'd
deluxe.
be yeah.
Now, are you going to credit people? Tom Taylor.
Yep, writer Tom Taylor, illustrated by Daniel D. Niquello, lettered by Ed Dukeshire, and colored by Walter Baymonte, with color assistance by Katia Rinaldi. Then a bunch of covers, variants, yada yada.
Yeah. Shout out to both the artists and the colors. I like.
I've loved
lot,
it all,
especially the colors.
Yeah.
But they definitely leave room because now there's an 8th secret.
or is it an Infinity Secret?
I don't know.
Just because it's slanted.
I just don't know how you get a bigger boss than a demon that was trying to take over the world, and then you find out Casper's actually a god.
Right, and I was sitting like just you saying that I was like, oh well, they go back to Fairy, the secret world, and they fight the demons. Well, they did that and destroyed all the demons before the big demon showed up. It's like, well, fucking, well, that's out because they literally just the fairies and demons had a battle, and they were beating the shit out of the demons.
Yeah. Now I will say, and turns out all the secrets are different parts of this ancient god that he put and gave to his secret order.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that all makes sense now.
Yeah.
But as much as I like this book, and I hope it does keep going, I don't know if it does.
No, I looked it up when I got done reading.
Yeah.
Final one came out June of last year, 2023, too, and they said series finale.
Okay.
So if it comes back, it may be like a saga.
Yeah.
You know how Saga took like 3-4 years off and all of a sudden came back?
Yeah.
Maybe. But I don't think it's gotten enough popularity.
Well, then this will forever go down as a book that I wish just took more of its time. And and you just got more time with it. But you talk about breakneck pacing. This book legitimately slows down once, and that's it.
Yeah. The only thing that I was not a big fan of is you set up all this shit. You've taken 18 issues. You've nonstop hit the fan. yet the boss fight, God fight,
Literally,
is
took
like
2
3 pages. Yeah, it's like 3 pages.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you're telling me all you had to do was just open the case and it kills a demon? Like, yes, it destroys
take him
it
into space.
and just
Now, when he
drop
took
him
him
on
to
the
the
moon.
Vatican, he was like the smallest country on earth. I was like, yeah, kill off the Catholic Church. Let's go.
kill the Pope.
Yeah.
And even in his head, Casper's like, wait, hold on now. We can think outside the box.
Yeah.
It's like we don't have to just murder fucking countries.
How about Amon becoming a holder and seeker?
Yeah,
At
I
the
did.
end.
I did like, so of course you've got Amon and
Kanto.
Kanto, are actually lovers.
Yeah.
Kanto
That's what
was
we
with
found out in Volume 2.
with the Seven Secrets.
Yeah.
And pretty much just destroying everything from the inside out.
Yeah.
Killed everybody that
Yeah.
he liked.
Not that you got to spend enough time with him anyways, but
Right. But I think it is cool that once Casper talks Amon off the ledge, talks
Yeah.
him out of the demon, it's like
there you go.
you
It's the
gave up.
one-
Like you
He gave them the demon baby
yeah.
case. He's like, who else should know the
Who else
importance of
but
keeping
you?
this
Right.
away from everybody?
Yeah. Who else but you will know the actual
Weight of this
death
secret.
Yeah. His dad's back.
Yeah,
Casper's dad and the big dude.
because those were
Those
his 2 wishes.
2 secret wishes that he
Yeah.
never knew he had.
Yeah,
That was sad. Given him
I thought it
when
was
he
cool,
gave when Casper gave him the case
yeah.
and it's like you are a holder now,
Yeah.
and he just dies with it in his hands. It's like, oh, that hurts.
What I thought was badass was you find out Chin and Alex are actually Alexander the Great and then the
some pirate. I
pirate
didn't-
queen. As much as I like learning about pirates and stuff like that, they don't dive into like the Asian pirates near as much.
And apparently they were so much worse than
Yeah,
uh,
the Caribbean
the
pirates.
Caribbean pirates. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like Chin or something. But yeah, so them being
They have immortality.
they had the immortality. Then there was like Wraith. One of them was actually Casper.
That was the last case. That was seventh case was actually his powers.
Yeah.
Hang on, give me a second. I can.
Yeah, find the page. But yeah, they all had to do with a different aspect of the god, so he could like disperse himself.
Yeah, because the whole idea, kind of like what we talked about in Department of Truth, was like Christianity, or
He's like,
it wasn't Christianity,
Yeah.
but like organized
Organized
religion,
religion was taking things
killing
too
in
far.
my name, sacrificing in my name,
Yeah, doing
ruling in my
horrible,
name.
bad
Yeah,
thing, yeah.
there was no advancement in technology because
No.
they relied on me to
Yeah.
save them.
Mm.
And it's like I had to finally give myself away.
Yeah.
So my wrath, my immortality, my gateway between worlds,
Yes.
my futures, my wishes, my enemy, and lastly myself.
Yeah.
And the futures thing, even Casper makes a good point about it. Yes, there was 3 futures,
Yeah.
and
But it's
they're
kind of
supposed to be set in stone. What is it? Not destiny. Divine intervention.
intervention.
Yeah, where no matter your choices in life, your life has already God has already
And
determined.
that's kind of like
like
what
you, like the
Casper
day
said
you
he
were
was like.
born,
Yeah.
you're either going to heaven or hell. Like
Yeah.
nothing that you do in your life,
Mm.
because it's already been predetermined.
Yeah.
You have no free will.
And that's what Casper kind of says is like, it's kind of dumb how this is an
An omnipotent God.
God, and he just says like, oh, it's this way because that's what fate says.
Yeah,
He's like, no, we make our own destiny.
We are, and I wonder, like now, going back, those futures, there's nothing in that case. Like if
Or
like if
does it have
somebody,
new futures.
well, that's that's the thing
Yeah.
though. Is it there are 3 alternate futures because there's divine intervention, or there's no futures in it because it's up to you. You the way what you determine is what future
Mhm.
is.
It is interesting.
And then my wishes, of course, is that's definitely just
Yeah, like half those
whoever-
cases should be empty right now.
yeah, like whoever. I'm not sure, because like Casper didn't even know his wishes
Yeah.
until the 2 people showed up,
Yeah.
which they were there the whole time.
Yeah.
Because they were always in those weird
Uh-huh.
death masks that
Yeah.
almost looked like a crow. Like they were always there.
Yeah.
So was it always them? And they just couldn't talk?
I
Like
don't know.
didn't want to
Yeah.
ruin it? So that's kind of, that got me. It was like, are the wishes already been fulfilled? And once something happens, they are manifested?
Oh.
And then of course my enemy, that's an easy one. The demon's just back in the case.
Yeah.
And then lastly myself, which Casper comes
Goes
back.
back to his mom.
So the case should then have the god back in it.
I don't know. And then what's in the fucking 8th case? Which is why I was like, oh, they set
Infinite,
up for,
right?
Yeah.
And I think they definitely ended it
With an
that
opening.
if it got enough popularity
Yeah.
or got enough steam, 2 more years from now, a year from now, they go,
Yeah.
let's bring it back. Let's see
Yeah.
what happens.
Mm.
Or kind of like, you know what? We only find them when they did.
Yeah.
Did 5.
You go in the 4.
Take a break,
Yeah.
take a 5, take a break,
Yeah.
move to the future, take a
Mhm.
break. But yeah, I have no idea what would be in the 8th case.
Mhm.
World saving?
I don't
Like
know.
if the world did die, he opens it and it's a reset?
I don't know. I just don't know who you fight after that.
Right. If you just destroyed the big
Yeah.
bad, then. And again, like we set all this up and then all of a sudden it's like 3 pages.
Yeah.
The demon's dead.
No.
It's like.
That's
come
like
on.
my main thing with comics. Is it just seems like they never really take their time with final battles.
Well, it's like, okay.
Because you remember,
And I do see that because.
did you finally read King of Blood?
No, I still have not read
The
King
fight
Black.
between Venom and Null
Takes 5 seconds.
is not that long. So
Well, see, and that's the thing is, do you? I guess there's 2 sides to this coin. Do you take half an issue and it's literally just blow for blow, destruction, this and that,
I have an idea for a comic.
and
It's literally like
and then it's like half of the comic is literally just watching 2 of them beat the shit out of each other, which is cool.
Yeah.
But could
Now,
get,
there's
could
not
get
any-
long.
no, I think it's the other way. I think it's you're showing a bunch of pictures with no words.
And it's just
Some
a
people
thumb.
just read the words and then like, okay, well, so you gotta like.
Bless
To me, you show like big action sequence. Oh, fuck. To me, you show like big action sequences and let the artists do their job. As a writer, I feel like you get out of the way and be like, hey,
you've got
I'm giving you.
you've got 6 pages.
I'm giving you like 10 pages. Make an epic final battle scene.
Yeah.
Here's where I want it to be at the end. You give them like, what's the end scenario? But like, fucking go wild.
I could see that. It's again, to me, it's like if I bought a comic,
Yeah.
and they're already only 20 pages,
Yeah.
and 10 pages is nothing, no words, and yes, there are some cool fight scenes.
Yeah.
I would also at the end of it go, well, fuck, I bought this, and this is all there is.
Yeah. But I'm also in my world where it's like, I'm doing 3 issues as one book. Like I'm not, and they're only coming out once every 3 months.
If you're gonna do that, kind of like
Yeah.
The Ronin one, where it's
Mhm.
like 50 pages.
My theoretical comic
Yeah.
book company, they're all 80 to 85 pages.
They are a volume of their own.
It's 3 issues, 3 20-page chapters, and then because like a standard weekly or monthly comic book is 20 to 24 pages.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we do 4 book for each series. You try to do 4 books a year, 1 every 3 months, and you do 80 to 85 pages.
All right, I can see that.
Yeah.
That could work.
And I would, if there's like a big action scene,
Now,
Cool.
if you're doing a big,
that's like 15 to 10 pages I don't have to write.
yeah.
So,
Now, if you're doing a big thing like that,
Yeah.
a big single issue is that large.
'cause
Definitely,
you think about
definitely
all
got to
big
go for a
action
10
scene,
page.
like if they do that final, I wouldn't say like the final montage of action at the end of Endgame, but let's say when it's Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man walk out of the building
to go for
before
Thanos.
everybody comes back,
Yeah.
before Thanos calls his
Yeah.
army. That's what.
That's a big.
That's-
It's a
that's
big
2 pages?
deal. Yeah.
No,
That should not
I
be
want
2
to see
pages.
like as much detail as possible.
Yeah. I think
Do
I
the
can,
Flash
I,
thing where it shows the motion that they're doing.
I'm
Like,
thinking a really good example would be Irredeemable. Not Irredeemable.
Invincible.
Invincible, where him and his dad were fighting each other.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you destroyed a train.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what you've done. Look
Yeah.
at what you've made me do to you.
Yeah.
Beat his ass across the country.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do this until you realize what you're doing. Beat his ass across
And
another
when
country.
we read it, I think he wasn't as bad. I think that was like 5 to 6 pages.
And there was
But
a little
even then,
talk in between. It was just
Like the train shit was literally that the show came up with that because that was not. in the comic.
that's right. That was the show. But he did destroy
They
the city,
destroyed
right?
Chicago. I think it's Chicago.
I think it's Chicago. But they do
Yeah.
do that in the comic, and
Yeah.
it's like the building's collapsing,
Mhm.
and he's trying to save
Yeah.
few people, and the building collapses and rips the arm off of her, and
Mhm.
it's like, okay, and the dad's just like, look at what you're doing. Look
Yeah.
at how weak they are.
Yeah.
That I like that. Okay,
Yeah,
all
and
right.
it does help when you have like, especially when they're overpowered, like Omni-Man was, and he's
Oh, yeah.
literally lecturing Mark as he's kicking his
Yeah.
ass. Yeah.
And I feel like you definitely could have done some of them. I feel all right.
Yeah.
This could have had a little more to it because it
Yeah.
was. You set all this
He
up.
literally
You
punched
set all
him
this
one
up
time,
to yeah.
And then reached
Reached in to grab it, and he's
opened
holding
his
it,
shit,
and he's like,
and-
"Do it, and you'll destroy the country that you're trying to protect." It's like, well, I'm in Vatican City. What's it matter?
Yeah, we can go to the moon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, great series.
I'm definitely this is Image.
You can read it damn near in a day.
Oh, the entirety, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Image, right?
Boom Studios.
I would assume they're
hope
definitely going to put a collected
They
like
did
they do
Power
with Power
Rangers.
Rangers.
Yeah. They have done with Irredeemable.
Yeah. So I would hope
Yeah.
that this gets a collected edition, and
I do
it's
too.
getting pre-ordered. Like the day I find
Yeah.
out it's coming out, it's getting pre-ordered.
Oh, for
I mean,
sure.
it's going up on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I even actually, because they're pretty quick to read, I actually went back 2 issues to the last volume
for sure.
and just
Yeah.
to put everything back into place because
Yeah.
there was a lot of shit that ended the
Mhm.
final second volume.
All right. You want to get to draft?
Let's do it.
Okay. So at the end of last episode, we revealed out of our jar what we were going to be drafting this week and this month. So the draft is comic books that you want to be video games,
Yeah.
or you want a video game of.
And we even kind of discussed off camera, turning it into even if there was an old video game,
Yeah.
remastered, not just remastered, a completely
Yeah. It's just,
updated
does not matter.
next generation game.
it does not matter if they've already had a game before.
Yeah.
You just want a new game of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to decide who goes first.
Here, let's do this.
Okay. I don't know what you're doing, but
Coin toss simulator
okay. Tails.
and flip it. Heads.
Okay, cool. You get first pick.
My first pick is I might be stealing this from you, but a Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and pretty much just take the comic and turn it into a game. I mean, I know that sounds like a cop out,
They do have a game. It is incredibly hard, although I think I might
Really?
have hit the. It's on Switch now, but I think it was.
Oh.
It's like it's kind of like the old arcade like side scrollers.
yeah, yeah, I
They
understand.
do have a game, but I would, if you're going off of that, I would agree, but maybe make it.
I think you'd have to go like again. It's kind of the world we're in, but an open world.
What if
Maybe
they
not
did?
an open world.
What if they did it like a life simulator game where like the choices you
There you
make
go.
or whatever?
Yeah,
That would be cool.
because that's like in the book. That's kind
Yeah.
of what happens. Like each choice,
Yeah.
he gets perks, and then
Not
he
like
loses
Sims,
perks.
but like the Telltale story games where your decisions, granted,
Yeah.
like you'd have to come up with 2 alternate endings, but still,
That's not that.
yeah.
I mean, you lose or you win. I
Yeah.
mean, that's not doesn't seem that bad.
But something like that, I can see that.
Yeah.
All right.
But again, I mean, the comic is pretty much
Mm.
it is already a game.
Yeah.
Or they write it as a game,
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
you just add a few
I'll say
more.
they do have that side scroller, like old arcade style game.
Yeah.
But my pick, shoot, he left me a lot.
Yeah, I kind of.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'll save that for later. I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Invincible, and the Spider-Man, like the new PlayStation 4 and 5 style
Yeah.
Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Have 'em- I think that's based in Chicago. Have him go around Chicago and beat up a bunch of people. He can fly. The animated show
I was about to say you can pretty much
makes
just
flying look really cool. If I can figure it out.
you could definitely turn it into like each time like
And he has like
flying
a,
enhancements. You can get like
Mhm.
kind of like Assassin's Creed does. The more
Yeah.
you do the thing, the better you get at it.
Yeah.
Um,
And then you just get attributes, different combos and stuff.
Yeah.
And he has a rogues gallery, so fucking.
man, he's got a good road
Yeah.
gallery. I mean, shit, we haven't even seen
You don't have to make it Omni Man.
we haven't even seen the rest of the universe yet.
Yeah,
Like we've
so-
just seen New York or Chicago, wherever they are.
So yeah, I'll definitely go Invincible in the style of the new Spider-Man games.
Yeah. This one's gonna be a little odd. Well, not really odd. I'm gonna go with a Defenders, which is Daredevil,
Mm-hmm.
Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist.
Yeah.
And it's going to be in the style of the newest Arkham Knights game with
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Batman family, where it's
Mhm.
Nightwing, Red Robin, yada yada.
Yeah.
And throughout the game, you would advance through each. You would start with Daredevil, of course. He's got to go recruit his team, and I would see it more of as like a team recruitment, like.
So you
like
don't want them already
like
established.
so what I was thinking is Daredevil is going to enter,
Mm.
and say in the first hour you end up fighting, what's his name?
Luke Cage,
Not Luke Cage.
Iron Fist.
Nope, the bad guy, big fat dude, Kingpin.
Yeah.
And he gets his ass whooped.
Yeah.
No matter what you do,
Mm.
you cannot beat him. But to beat him, and then it ends, and you're left bloody and broken.
Yeah.
And it goes, I need to recruit a team.
Yeah.
Kind of like Civil War or Captain Avenger style thing.
Yeah.
You have to go recruit your team.
Okay.
And then you help Luke Cage defeat a bad guy.
Mhm.
He joins your team. Then you become Luke Cage. You got to go get.
Yeah.
I would see it more as an adventure style fighting.
Yeah.
Where like you pick up characters as
Mhm.
you go.
Yeah.
And move the story along that way.
Then I'll go ahead and take my team game. I'm gonna do Teen Titans, but the style of game I'm gonna do. Have you played the Guardians of the Galaxy game?
No, but I do.
It's
know what
actually
you're
pretty
talking
fun. So the way that game works is, even though it's a team game, you play as Peter Quill, but then you can also tell the other characters what to do. So I'm thinking you play as
Oh,
Robin,
okay. I like
and
that.
then the other characters have abilities,
Yeah.
and you're just like, "Hey, Cyborg, you're my tank," like you Drax is. Raven, you're like the magic and all that
Right.
stuff, and you're just like, "All right, you do your attack here, you do your attack here," but then you're playing in third person as Robin, like in the Guardians
Okay.
game, you play as Peter Quill the entire time.
Right.
And
but
then
it's almost like
you pretty much-
combos.
They're fighting, but then like if you need like a special attack from someone that does this specific thing to this specific type of enemy, you press a button and they go do that. So
All right. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
it's a Guardians of the Galaxy game is it's not like a AAA blockbuster, but
No,
it
but
is. It's a solid.
Better than the Avengers game.
It's
that
a
came out with.
game you could easily spend like 2 weeks on, and it's all story based, and it's good.
I think I'm gonna do Manifest Destiny
Ooh,
as
interesting.
as an Oregon Trail style game.
Ooh,
So not just text based
Yeah.
where you just type and you
Yeah.
die, but
So
I
I've
would
never played
almost-
Oregon Trail.
well, it just comes up and you just type in like.
I
you
wonder if
gotta-
that's like. I still haven't played The Last of Us, but that is about traveling across the country.
So
I wonder if it's something like that.
I don't know how that.
I've never played it,
So,
so.
What, in my mind, it was thinking almost like a
Or
left
maybe
to
if
right
it's
scroll,
like
But-
side scroller.
but you're in third person. Like
Have you ever played what's the treasure hunting one with Nathan Drake?
Uncharted.
Or something like Uncharted?
I would assume,
That
or
could
like
never-
early days Assassin's Creed. Like it's
Okay,
not
yeah, I was gonna
open
say.
world,
Yes.
But like you walk into the jungle
Yeah.
and you can go like 100 yards that way, 100 yards that way.
Oh, like the new Game of Thrones game. Not Game of Thrones, God of War.
Sure. I
Yeah.
didn't play that either. But it's like you're
Gotta watch
on a trail,
Yeah.
yet it doesn't feel
It doesn't feel like,
like like you're not going down a hallway that
yeah,
only
yeah.
can go left and right.
yeah.
There are things that can happen
Yeah.
in your path,
Mm.
but you can't just also
I've got a
just-
couple games in that style too. Yeah.
but you can't just run like you can't just travel the whole world.
It's go where you want within the certain,
Yeah.
and there are parts where it's like, we're taking you down this path.
Fallen Order. Fallen Order does that.
Yes, that's the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's open world yet
It's open.
it's contained.
It's open path is what I would call
there
it.
you go. And of course, each trek, each level is the arches.
Yeah.
You can climb the arches,
Mhm.
like almost like Assassin's Creed. If somebody climbs the arch, you now have the lay of the land.
Yeah.
Like you can see your path that you need to
Yeah.
take.
Yeah,
Driving
definitely
down
got
the river.
some in that style too.
There's just so many crazy
So that was
shit
your
things
third
that happen.
pick?
Yeah, there's just so many crazy things that happen in there.
Ooh, I still have all of mine. Okay.
I was about to say, I don't think we're really going to have much overlap on this one.
I already took that one. I already took that one. This one is in the same vein as that, where it's like open path, like
Yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order or God of War. But I put Doctor Strange / Doctor Fate because those seem like power sets that are like really fun to play
like
with.
separate. Well, of course, they had to be separate.
Yeah. And then you also get into like the creepy, a little bit dark magic. I guess you could also throw John Constantine into this as
Yeah, I was
well.
about to say for Constantine, definitely almost go like a
Yeah.
Justice League Dark
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah. And the villains and stuff would be creepy, and you could play on that. But any type of the magic superheroes in that open path type style game. So I feel like if you do open world, it just gets too messy with,
Again,
with
right?
that, with those power
yeah,
sets.
because then you could just
Fuck
kinda
off.
just-
yeah,
just run around
become
the world.
OP and shit. So,
Yeah. My last one, it's definitely personal. You probably not doing anything, but I've gotten big into F1 racing lately and got the game. So mine is going to be Star Wars pod racing, updated.
Oh, I was about to say they have that for GameCube,
Yeah, but
not GameCube. Nintendo 64.
yeah,
because we had it.
but update it to today. You
Yeah.
can almost like recruit team. Like it's more than just get one character and drive around.
Yeah.
Like you can recruit a team. You can make your pod race and you run the circuit.
Oh,
And everything's in the Star Wars realm. Like Anakin will show up to help you race one. Like he's a legendary character.
Yeah.
Any of the crazy drivers from Phantom Menace.
Mhm.
Like, and then you can recruit players. You can go steal a kid from the Jedi. Like a kid that's force sensitive but not strong enough in the Force. Like he can still understand when danger's coming and can react quickly, but he's not good at being a Jedi. And like
all right, you lost
train,
me, but
yeah,
okay.
I lost you
Yeah.
there. But
Um,
in my head, it's working. But
okay.
racing, like update
Yeah.
pod racing to
While we're on the topic
an
of
actual like crazy thing.
fictional sports games, if we don't get a Super Mario American football game, I'm gonna be pissed.
How has that still not happened? That's
don't
never
know.
happened, has
I
it?
don't know. No.
There's baseball, soccer, all the Olympics.
Tennis.
Yeah, but there's not a football
Golf.
Mario.
Yeah.
We've even got golf. Yeah.
No. Or why don't we do basketball? That'd be cool too.
Yeah, that seems like a miss. I bet you EA's got something to do with that.
They don't have. They have a license over NBA and NFL. They don't have a license over the sport.
That's also true. Because they do golf and EA does golf.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So my last one again, completely just a power set I want to play with. Nightcrawler. And you can do it open world or open path. I just want to teleport and just
Alright.
beat the shit out of people out of nowhere.
Okay.
Teleportation should be just absolutely played around with. It should be fun.
Definitely, I could. Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be fun because you just it's like in the movie. You just drop in.
It's
fight.
like half the fun of playing the Spider-Man games is swinging around.
Yeah, half
Dude,
the
I'll
game
go
would be
fucking teleport everywhere.
Just literally just launch and just
Yeah.
teleport around.
Honorable mentions. I did have Daredevil. We talked about it. How do you make a game about a blind guy?
Yeah.
I think we came up with like put it in that detective mode type stuff.
Yeah.
From the Batman Arkham games, and then anytime someone hits like a loud noise or whatever, it blurs a little bit.
I was thinking.
I don't know if I could play the entire
VR.
game like that.
VR.
That does work.
That works. Then you are.
But then I have to fight.
Well, then that's just the controllers on your hand.
Yeah,
but like that is
Mm-hmm.
that to me would be able to you could connect with that
Yeah.
better than just watching your screen and never seeing
Being blue with heat signatures. and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. And then Captain America in that open path style game, just bouncing the shield all over.
Yeah.
Kind of like God of War when he has the
Hammer
hammer
bouncing.
that acts like Mjolnir, and you can just do that shit with the shield. That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
I got one honorable mention. Mine was kind of an oddball. Power Rangers Wild Force, but in the vein of Zero Dawn. Like you become a ranger
Okay.
and you go in search of almost like the movie, just like the show.
Okay.
But to level up, like
Uh-huh.
all the other Rangers are lost. You're the
Okay, I was about to say, you're gonna have to explain the other Rangers not being there.
You're the last one standing, some
Okay.
big bad, and you are left with whatever character you pick.
Okay.
One of the 5 originals.
Yeah.
And then as you evolve, like as you advance,
Mm-hmm.
as the stones were launched,
Yeah.
it created pockets of creatures.
Mm-hmm.
The big bad creature would be the gem, like
Yeah.
the elephant. Like you can go fight that elephant, get
Yeah.
the gem, and then you get that power.
Yeah.
It
I see.
definitely have to be played around with a lot, but
Yeah.
that kind of
Mhm.
search and destroy. I guess if search and destroy would be kind of, but that would have to be open world like Zero
Yeah.
Dawn.
That seems fun.
But-
I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that does it for this month.
Woohoo!
Don't know what we're reading for next month yet.
Never
we
do.
are in the process of bulk recording for Davis's baby.
Woohoo!
So
Things
just be prepared for all of our references to be old
Very old.
and to not know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Bye.